There we go. All right, so Let's Dance is the 15th studio album by David Bowie, released in '83. And let's see. So the sessions featured players from Rogers' band Chick and the then unknown Texas blues guitarist Stevie Ray Vaughan, which I didn't know that he was on this album on lead guitar. Bowie only sang and played no instruments, which is interesting. I think once you're on your 15th studio album, you probably earn that right to, because we do know that he does, or he did play guitar. Let's see. So I don't think the only other thing, sorry, the only other thing I would add is that this is another one of those albums that's mixed with songs that I do know very well, which are the hit songs, and then some that I don't know very well or at all, simply because I never owned this album, and you're going to find that a lot. If you're Gen X or even before that, if you didn't own the album, then you probably will know the hit songs, and the rest will be like new to you. Again, because we had to actually spend money if we wanted to hear an entire album. So let's get back to this screen. And we're going to start with track 1, which of course I know, which is Modern Love. Lyrics are not synced, so Spotify's going to make me work today.
I know when to go out, know when to stay in, get things done.
Yeah, so that's a really good track by David Bowie. And that's probably the one that might be the most familiar to me simply because I remember when the video came out and it was just this really great video of him in this, off white, I guess, or is it yellow suit? And just, it was kind of like almost like just a live concert. And it just had a whole lot of energy to it. And I really love like the saxophones that are going on. It's like multiple horns instead of just one saxophone solo going on. And I don't know, I've just always liked this song. Um, and I guess we can look a little bit at the lyrics. And this is ingenious. It says it was his hit single from '83 that he claimed was inspired by Little Richard, especially the back and forth lyrics. And the first track and third single from Let's Dance was internationally successful, reaching the top 10 in several countries, including number 2 in the UK and peaked at 14 in the US. So, as far as these lyrics, so another one of those ones where I don't quite catch what he's saying at the beginning, and so I start to mishear. But he actually says, "I know when to go out, know when to stay in, get things done." I totally misheard that as I don't want to go out. I want to stay in and get things done. It's almost the same thing, but it is a little bit different when it's like he's saying, yes, I know when it's time to go out, but I also know when to stay home and get things done. I have work to do. Um, the spoken intro is a rap style that's 3 lines, uh, laying the concept that he's a man of the world and knows about things and how to handle himself. The line comes across as a little desperate, as if he's trying to reassure himself that he has things under control. He later presents a less decisive persona when it comes to modern love. Why did, so we have this little cartoon, why didn't I go out tonight? And then when he's out, he's like, why didn't I stay in tonight? So, uh, let's see. I catch the paper boy, but things don't really change. I'm standing in the wind, but I never wave bye bye. But I try. There's no sign of life, it's just the power to charm. I'm lying in the rain, but I never wave bye bye. Seems like the annotations are somewhat asking questions and seeing the rain as possibly symbolic of washing things away. I think this is one of those tracks, though, and probably a lot of Bowie's tracks are going to be open to interpretation rather than saying this is exactly what it's about. So, and there really isn't that much to the lyrics other than like what's revolving around this chorus. The ambiguity of modern love is the song's emotional core. Yeah. So, in the context of the song, Bowie could be speaking about romantic love or philanthropia, the love of God. Yeah, I think there is some mixture of this, like in terms of what exactly does modern love actually mean? Because he says modern love gets me to the church on time, but then getting to the church on time terrifies me and also makes me party. So it's like you have all these conflicting things going on, conflicting lines here as to the effect of church. Going to the church on time puts my trust in God and man. An interlude of sensible and wise results of his church visit sounds this way, but dismissed in the next line. See, that's what I'm saying. The next line dismisses the previous one, so it's kind of difficult to. But that's how we kind of experience life. No confessions, no religion, no organized religion would make more specific sense. So the narrator is exhibiting a disdain for organized religion, but not denying the existence of a higher power. And so I think what he's saying is, yeah, the church probably does not believe in modern love. And this annotation looks to be, like it's on the right track by saying the singer rejects religious dogma and ritual and ritual in favor of inclusive love for both humanity and God. Now that interpretation makes sense to me. And 30 years later, David Bowie was very explicit in his words about the church and God and the devil in his 2013 album and song The Next Day, raising the ire of the Catholic Church and many others. The Next Day, now that's a really good album that to get to eventually. I don't think I've heard like every single Bowie album, to be honest. But a good portion of them. But I think there's still some out there. Let's see. It's not really work. It's just the power to charm. Still standing in the wind. So never going to fall for modern love. Gets me to the church on time. And so it just repeats from here. So I think we get the gist of it. And that's about all we need to do for this. I really like this song though. Like on a musical level, I like the beat, I like the energy. There's piano in there as well, which I'm not sure if you noticed that, but you hear it on both sides. Others maybe. Right now I hear it more over here. The horns are kind of a little more on the other side. That seems to be like the gist. I mean, that's as far as instrumentation, you got the horns, piano, bass, and the drums, and that's about it. You don't get like a whole lot of I don't know if there's any guitar on this at all. Maybe that's why this song sounds so different from most David Bowie tracks. Maybe I'm just now realizing that. But that's another reason maybe why I like it a lot more too, because it is departing from the usual. Where do I want to put this one? I almost want to just start this out in gold and see if it gets taken down any. So that's what I'm gonna do, because I do really like this track a lot, and it's just one of those. I'm not sure if so we have different types of biases going on. This one is possibly a nostalgia bias that it does remind me of, like, being 10 or 11 years old and watching MTV and seeing David Bowie appear, just like dazzling us. So I think I can put it in gold. I think it's worthy of gold too. And just see if anything else on the album can knock it down. So the next track is China Girls. I think we'll move on to that one.
This feeling with my China girl. I feel a wreck without my little China girl. I hear her heart beating loud as thunder, so the stars crashing. I'm a mess without my little China girl. Wake up in the morning with my little China girl.
That's Sim. It's in the
I
background.
hear hearts beating loud as thunder. I saw the stars crashing down. I feel tragic like I'm Marlon Brando when I look at my China girl. I could pretend nothing really meant too much when I look at my China girl.
Guitar is kind of restrained.
I stumble into town just like a sacred cow. Visions of swastikas in my head. Plans for everyone. It's in the way of my eyes. My little China girl, you shouldn't mess with me. I'll ruin everything you are. You know, I'll give you television, I'll give you eyes of blue, I'll give you a man who wants to rule the world. And when I get excited, my little China girl says, oh baby, just you shut your mouth. She says, she says,
I like what the bass does in this song too.
she says,
Great guitar sound right there. What if that's Stevie Ray Vaughan? Yes, it is.
and when I get excited, my little China girl says, oh baby, just you shut your mouth. And when I get excited, my little China girl says, oh baby, just you shut your mouth.
This is a really good song.
She says,
I think I'm feeling this more than Modern Love, to be honest. This is catchier. I like the tempo of this song too. That bass line is really good right there. That's so catchy right there. And that's exactly what I look for in a song. It's just something that hooks me in like that. It's hard to believe this song is 5:33. It didn't feel like that at all to me. It just felt like a short pop song almost. But it does have that little lead part, which now is confirmed that that was Stevie Ray Vaughan. I never would have known that if I hadn't looked that up. So that's pretty amazing because he wasn't really, known back then. Um, so I've already kind of hinted that Modern Love might be dropping already. Let's see. Let's look at the lyrics. Okay. So I was just reading. So in '76, David Bowie and Iggy Pop co-wrote China Girl while in France just prior to their Berlin era. And the song itself originally appeared on Iggy's 1977 album, The Idiot, which was co-written with Bowie. Huh. I don't think I've ever heard that version of it, but I'm going to definitely want to look that up. This version, however, was recorded much later by David for his '83 album. Nile Rodgers produced the track, and it was released as the record's second single, which reached number 2 in the UK and number 10 in the US. So this actually climbed a little bit higher than Modern Love. It's believed that Bowie released his own version of the song to aid Iggy Pop's financial situation, which is, somewhat hard to believe, but that's the history of the music industry. So I guess I shouldn't be that surprised. Since the writing credit was shared with Iggy, he received royalties from the success of the album slash single. Despite being incredibly influential, Iggy's record sales were rather poor, and with the David Bowie version of China Girl, Iggy gained financial stability for the first time in his career. I don't know. It's just kind of mind blowing. You know, somebody like Iggy Pop that you know, uh, and today it seems that artists have it hard, and they had it hard back then too. So I don't want to go down that rabbit hole right now, but that is really interesting. Let's look at the lyrics. I could escape this feeling with my China girl. So, from what I'm reading in Genius, the Vietnam War years were where the Vietnamese were also mistaken to be Chinese by Westerners. So we're actually talking about a Vietnamese girl that Iggy Pop was infatuated with. I don't think you'd get away with calling them Chinese today. I think you'd have to be a bit more specific, and somehow you'd have to make Vietnamese work, I guess. I hear her heart beating loud as thunder, saw the stars crashing. Or maybe just, I don't know, I keep thinking, like, what would you say? Like, Asian girl? I don't know. But I don't think you could just say China girl. It's just a little too. You have to be a little more specific. But, anyways, again, I'm getting sidetracked by things that I shouldn't even be focusing on. I'm a mess without my little China girl. Wake up in the mornings, where's my little China girl? I hear her heart's beating loud as thunder. I saw the stars crashing down. I'm feeling tragic like I'm Marlon Brando. So Of course, he's considered one of the most important talented actors of all time. So maybe a reference to the film Sayonara, in which Brando's character falls in love with a Japanese girl. Perhaps incidentally, both Bowie and Brando were bisexual, although Brando wasn't open publicly. All right, we're getting down some rabbit holes today. I did not want to go down. Um, when I look at my China girl, I could pretend that nothing really meant too much when I look at my China girl. I stumble into town just like a sacred cow, visions of swastikas in my head, plans for everyone. It's in the white of my eyes. Bowie said the song represented invasion and exploitation to him. Now we're finally getting to the heart of this song. With that, these lines appear to reflect that notion rather well. Another thing of note is the mention of the swastikas. Before Hitler and the Third Reich infamously adopted it, the swastika has been considered throughout history as good luck, holy symbol. I don't think I knew this. It is still used in a positive way by Eastern religions like Buddhism and Hinduism, as below. So you have this picture of, the Buddha statue with a swastika, which I don't see that today. I think Hitler ruined it. Whatever that symbol initially meant, it got destroyed. And so it's like turning something good into a symbol of hate. Let's see. My little China girl, you shouldn't mess with me. I'll ruin everything you are. I'll give you television. I'll give you eyes of blue. I'll give you a man who wants to rule the world. So this is what we're talking about with Bowie assuming the persona of the Western oppressor in Asia, imposing Western norms with little concern for the consequences. And his prophetic warning, you shouldn't mess with me, has a good sense of inevitability. As the listener, we know it will be ignored, and the consequences might be particularly dire, considering that the girl in question is made of China. Interesting. So maybe, that is another way of thinking of this. Like, maybe, I don't know if that would be a lowercase c. I think it would have to be lowercase c for it to mean porcelain or very fragile. But I do think that is definitely could be part of the interpretation here of the Western oppressor taking advantage of something, and maybe that Asian culture is, it is very beautiful. It is delicate and fragile, and so that would definitely, I think, fit in to the interpretation here. I'll give you television. This is what, the Western oppressor has to offer. The assumed technological superiority of the West and the hubris to think that these advancements are inherently valuable. I'll give you eyes of blue. During various wars in Asia, especially the Vietnam War, European and U.S. servicemen took advantage of the local population to satisfy their physical desires. And a consequence of this was a great number of illegitimate children who suffered as a result of their heritage, with blue eyes marking the children as outsiders. The reference to blue eyes might also be an allusion to the fact that blue eyes are only prevalent in some European countries, and at least historically commonly found almost everywhere in the world except for East Asia, which is where China is, of course. But it is interesting that there were illegitimate children because of their blue eyes. Yeah, that's really sad. That's unfortunate and tragic. Um So I still really do like the song. And I mean, just on a musical level, I was feeling it a little bit more than Modern Love. As I mentioned, I really like the tempo, and this one, at least the lyrics, you kind of understand what's going on. Modern Love, I do like the lyrics, but they're a little more open to interpretation, I think. But either way, I like China Girl on a musical level more than Modern Love. So I think that elevates it to gold. So now we'll see if China Girl can hold on to the gold for the rest of this album. And we'll just move on to the next one, which is the title track, Let's Dance. I didn't realize the song was that long. 7:37. Ooh. Okay. I don't remember it being this long. I do love the percussion. Okay. Bouncing back and forth. You don't really hear that unless you're wearing headphones.
If you say run, I'll run with you. If you say hide, we'll hide. Because my love for you would break my heart in two. If you should fall
not sure how they're getting that bass sound like that.
Put on your red shoes and dance the blues to the song we're playing.
Love how they used the echo. We even got that effect of that snare hit. Definitely gives this a 80s feel. That bass is doing a lot of work. I love that bass. It's just so poppy and catchy and 80s sounding. And there's so much effects going on with that guitar going back and forth, and even on the snare, almost like a tremolo effect. Man, really, really good track. I mean, it's just solid. And again, didn't really feel like 737 to me. It did feel somewhat like one of those tracks that's just highlighting, here's a sax solo, and now here's Stevie Ray Vaughan on the guitar, which of course I'm perfectly fine with that, because it didn't drag. I mean, this is going to be this is where it gets really difficult, because now I have to. I still think China Girl for me holds the gold, because it's a shorter song that more gets to the point, and still it's just as catchy, if not more, than this one. The thing about this, I really do love that bass though. That's what makes to me this really makes the song very catchy and really hooks you in. So it is interesting because right off the bat we have, the three probably the three best songs on the album. We'll see, but of course these are the singles. Um, I kind of this is there's something I really don't like about albums that were made in the '80s is that they front load them with all the best songs. Um, Especially when I'm trying to do a ranking video, it kind of ruins the suspense. Um, but it is difficult for me to, because I feel like it's in competition with Modern Love right now. And honestly, on a musical level, I like Let's Dance a little bit better. And maybe I should give it the silver, even though I like the lyrics to Modern Love a little bit better than Let's Dance. But I feel like the lyrics do not carry as much weight right now. I think this is more about the music. So I think once again, Modern Love's gonna have to drop down another medal to bronze, and then we give Let's Dance the silver. It's just too good instrumentally, and I do like the tempo to this. Of course, a danceable tempo, whereas Modern Love's a little more faster tempo, which I do like. But as far as I really do like songs that have a little more medium tempo to it, that don't feel quite as rushed, if possible. So I think we can move on to Without You. So I have no idea what this is going to sound like, but here we go.
Just when I'm ready to throw in my hand, just when the best things in life are gone, I look into your eyes. There's no smoke without fire. You're exactly who I want to be. Without you, what would I do?
I love his vocals, just this delivery. It's very unique. Interesting percussion. There's no hi-hat going on here.
And when I'm willing to call it a day, just when I won't take another chance, I hold your hand. There's no smoke without fire. Remember, love you. Without you, what would I do?
I wonder if that's a synthesizer. It's being used for the bass. Or is that the bass? I don't know. really like this tempo again. The beats. Oh, I love that outro right there. But this is a really cool track, and it's really short too. At 3:09, I think this track might deserve some type of recognition because, as I mentioned, there's no hi-hat, but there's sounds like congas again in the background, which is really cool. I like that it adds a little bit more depth to the song and gives it a certain flavor, you know. Really good groove. And again, that bass is largely responsible for setting that groove. And I just love his vocals over this. I have no idea what the song's about. But I do like the line, "There's no smoke without fire." And the lyrics are really very kind of simple. Just when I'm ready to throw in my hand, just when the best things in life are gone, I look into your eyes. There's no smoke without fire. You're exactly who I want to be. Okay. I think, like I said, I don't see any harm in giving it some recognition because I really enjoyed it. And I think I'll just put it in honorable mention for now because I don't think it surpasses Modern Love. Modern Love does have a very catchy chorus to it, whereas this I didn't hear as much as far as like a strong chorus. It just had overall very good groove, very good instrumentation. And I think again it was that bass, kind of similar to Let's Dance, was setting the hook to me along with the percussion. I actually just heard somebody referring to a drum hook, which I'd never even heard of that, but apparently that is a thing. So I think we'll move on to this track I have heard, Ricochet. We'll see how this one does.
Like weeds on a rock face, waiting for the sign. Ricochet, ricochet. The world is on a corner, waiting for jobs. Ricochet, ricochet. Turn the holy picture so they face the wall. March on flowers, march on vines. These are the prisons, these ricochet. These are the prisons, these are the crimes, teaching life in a violent new way. Ricochet, ricochet. Turn the holy picture so they face the wall.
I'm not there to be forgotten. I'm not there to be forgotten.
March of flowers, march of dimes. These are the prisons, these are the crimes.
Early, before the sun, they struggle off to the gates.
It's very unusual.
Their secret, fearful places, they see their lives unraveling before them.
March of flowers, march of dimes. These are the prisons, these are the crimes. Sound of thunder, sound of gold, sound of the devil breaking the road. Ricochet, he's at the end of the world.
But when they get old, damp-eyed and weary, they smile and crush their children to their evil chests, making unfulfillable promises.
There's trumpets right there.
All who can bear to be forgotten.
I thought it was taken from a movie or something. I don't know. There's no saxophone. Got some hand claps. It does have a cool groove to it, even though it's unusual. Yeah, I love this one. Stevie again. Yeah, that is. I think this is a really good track, even though it is a bit unusual, I guess you would say. But I need to take a break before I go into this. As I mentioned, this is my first time streaming live. Hopefully, this doesn't destroy the entire thing, but we'll see. You will not be able to reconnect. Oh my gosh, how much longer do I have? Got 3 more tracks. Can I make it? Your stream will stop and you will no longer be. Can I make it? Okay. I'm gonna try and make it. All right. I'm gonna have to do some quick analysis of these remaining tracks. But I think I did mention as I was listening what I liked about this track. But it might be worth looking at the lyrics a little bit, because to me this is a big part of this track. Like weeds on a rock face waiting for the scythe. Ricochet. The world is on a corner waiting for jobs. Ricochet. Turn the holy pictures so they face the wall. And who can bear to be forgotten? I just really love the way this track starts out, because this is how I feel. I'm actually currently unemployed because I got laid off, and finding a job is like damn near impossible today. And I had a remote job too, and trying to find a remote job is damn near impossible today. And trying to find any job, you know, I just feel like I'm a weed waiting for the scythe to, you know, just go ahead and get rid of me, because that's how these corporations treat people, very inhumanely. And we're just like a bunch of weeds. And the world is on a corner waiting for jobs. I mean, is there a better description of today's jobless crisis that we're in? And of course, it's always been a problem, at least somewhat. And sometimes it's worse than others. Today, it's really bad, though, with all the layoffs going on. It's like, I feel like we're setting a new precedent, especially with AIs taking a lot of the blame now for taking jobs and so forth. But again, I don't want to go down this rabbit hole. Just those lines really resonated with me because of my own situation. But so I've been looking for a while now, and it's not fun. But again, the whole point of this song is ricochet. So nothing is permanent. Things are constantly changing. That is the ricochet. Things you think things are going in one direction, ricochet. It goes in another direction, and it happens very quickly, very suddenly, and you don't really expect it. So that's the kind of feeling I get with this song. March of Flowers, March of Dimes. These are the prisons. These are the crimes. Kind of, it's like he's painting a very kind of broad picture of society, I think. And like this is how it is. Dreaming of tram lines, factories, pieces of machinery. Men wait for news while thousands are still asleep. Mine shafts, things like that. March of Flowers, March of Dimes. So there's also kind of a repetition here, which I think is like, this is the status quo. This is business as usual for the world. That these are the things we encounter. Sound of thunder, sound of gold, sound of the devil breaking parole. And you might read that line and think, uh-oh, this is going to be really troublesome. But then immediately after, you have ricochet. It's not the end of the world. So yes, the devil has broken parole probably many times, but it's never the end of the world. It's just conditions changing. And so that's pretty much the entire song. That's the gist of this whole song. When you get down a little bit, it does say, early before the sun, they struggle off to the gates in their secret, fearful places. They see their lives unraveling before them. And it's interesting that all of this is in quotes. So again, I'm not really sure if he's quoting from somewhere else or if this is a character speaking. I don't know. But I noticed some of these lines in the song sounded like they were taken or pulled from like a movie or something. So again, I don't really know. But I do see in verse 3, that's when they get home, damp-eyed and weary. This entire thing is in quotes. They smile and crush their children to their heaving chests, making unfulfillable promises for who can bear to be forgotten. So I feel like this was probably pulled from, I don't know, a movie or something. I'm surprised there's nothing ingenious to confirm this, but I feel like this particular line is saying, kind of talking about the parents having to come home and, saying whatever they need to try to give the children, some type of assurance, even though they know that there really is none. So let me see. What does it say in the About section? The closest Let's Dance gets to Bowie's former style of art rock, this track can be read as a dystopian take on the collateral damage of late stage capitalism. Well, was I not just talking about the effects of that? The workers are jobless and downtrodden, and religion is failing. Initially one of Bowie's favorite tracks on Let's Dance for its relatively ambitious lyricism, he later regretted Nile Rodgers' production on the album, saying the beat wasn't quite right. It didn't roll the way it should have, and the syncopation was wrong. It had an ungainly gait, and it should have flowed. I don't really know what to make of that. Like, I have no idea what it was supposed to sound like. I only have what I'm given, and so I don't know. I'd have to hear it to confirm that whatever vision he had for the song, that it was better than the production of it. I don't know, but I like it enough. Like it is like unusual. I'll give it that much, yeah. But I feel like it does have a groove to it, at least, you know? Um, so for me, it's more just about enjoying it for what it is. And, personally, to give it a different beat than what it has, that would take some reimagining for me. But I think I like the fact that it's kind of off because it fits with the theme of a ricochet. Just something that's unexpected. It's not predictable. Um, and I really like how it just has those moments when the ricochet hits that it just completely stops the entire song um, in its tracks. And that's how a ricochet it's acting just like a ricochet does in the world. As soon as you think things are set in a certain way and you have all of this business as usual, bam, ricochet. It's not like you thought it was. And that happens a lot. And it just shows how impermanence is really just a part of life, the unexpected. We don't really know what's going to happen, even though we see a lot of the same problems creeping up because the devil keeps breaking parole and things like that. So, I still really like this track, and I think I like it because it is so different. Um, do I like it better or enough to give it gold, silver, bronze? I don't think so. I think it would be more in competition with like a track like Without You, but since we have two honorable mentions, I can give one of them to Ricochet and Without You, and then we'll see if any of these other tracks come along to oust them from honorable mention, or maybe they'll surprise us with something really good. So this is Criminal World.
situation, but no one knows about your
Ever played the bass on this album?
I know a way to find a
They deserve
situation.
shout
Hold a
or
candle to your high life disguise. You caught me kneeling at your sister's door. That was no ordinary stick. I'm well aware just what you're looking for. I am no ordinary. I am no ordinary. What a criminal. Well, the boys are like baby face girls. What a criminal. Girl, she showed you where to shoot your gun. What a typical mother's son. The only thing that she enjoys is the criminal. Well, the girls are like baby face boys. Baby face boys. Baby face. What a criminal. What a criminal. Criminal.
Yeah, this is a really good track. I'm surprised at how good this track is, actually. Of course, they got to make it more difficult for me. Because I think if it is in competition, it would be for honorable mention. So I might compare it to Without You. Yeah, I still like this song better because of the tempo, mainly. And again, yeah, this bass, man, I don't know who's playing, or if it was the same bassist throughout the entire album. I assume it was. I did see it listed as one of these. Carmine Rojas. Seen him on listed on at least a couple of tracks, so I assume this is him. I think I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna leave that one. I do like Criminal World, but I think I like the tempo with Without You a little bit better. So we can move on to Cat People. I feel like I've heard this. It sounds familiar. There's congas again in the background. Sounds like classic Bowie style of singing. This reminds me like Rolling Stones or something like that. Like a singer playing this. Nice guitar. I don't know if this is going to be enough to save this track, though.
Ageless heart that can never mend, tears can never dry. A judgment made can never bend.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Is the song really my favorite? I don't think so far. I do like that one. This is the one saving grace. This song is Stevie Ray Vaughan. I do like that guitar riff right there. I don't think I would like this song more. Since I like cats. Cat people, though, I don't know if I like cat people as much. Actual cats. He's trying to save this song. It's not a bad track. I don't think it's gonna make it. It just sounds more like a straight ahead kind of rocker, but to me the chorus didn't really grab me. It just didn't as much. But I love Stevie Ray Vaughan on this track. So I can see why it's, the 7th track on the album. Because if I go back to Without You, again, that bass just hooks me in right away. It's like the hook and the groove of this track, and that it's really short. Cat People was 2 minutes longer than this track. Ricochet's not, I don't think Ricochet's not going anywhere. So we only have one more track left, which is Shake It. So I think we'll get right into it.
It's a brand new day. So when you're gonna throw me, I sway.
What's my love?
I shoot at the full moon.
What's my love?
So what's my line? Shake it, baby. Shake it, ooh. 'Cause love is the answer. Love's talking to me. I'd scream and I'd fight for you. You're better than money.
Shake it, what's my life?
We're the kind of people who can shake it if we're feeling blue.
Shake it, what's my life?
Oh, when I'm feeling disconnected, will I sure know what to do?
Shake it, what's my life?
I'll shake it, baby. I'll shake it. I'll duck and I sway.
What's my love?
I'll shoot at the full moon.
What's my love?
So what's my line? Shake it, baby. Shake it.
Shake it, what's my life?
Shake it, baby. Shake it.
Shake it, what's my life?
Shake it, baby. Shake it.
Okay. And now I'm going to follow up with. Now we're going to listen to the entire album, Synchronicity. Just kidding. This reminds me of like when we used to have like Zoom meetings or town halls. Because I used to work remotely and like, you know, I'd have to just go to the bathroom or something and you would just leave. Nobody would even know you were gone. So I do apologize. You know, like I said, this is my first time streaming. And I also didn't even realize that I had the monitors on this whole time. So this video might be cooked altogether. I'll go back and listen to it to make sure that it's even listenable at this point. But from what I was
Feel like
hearing,
a sailboat. It's the place that I know well.
I wasn't hearing anything that was like groundbreaking or that's gonna challenge.
Shake it, what's my life?
To me, this isn't challenging gold, silver, or bronze. It's not better than
Shake it, what's my life?
I like Without You better.
Shake it, what's my life?
This kind of sounds like older, a little bit older Bowie in a way. Like maybe
We're the kind
70s.
of people who can shake it if we're feeling blue. What's my life? Shake it, baby. Shake it.
Shake it, what's my life?
It's got a good beat, but this isn't the kind of chorus that really grabs me.
Shake it, what's my life?
And the lyrics don't really do much for me either. So I think it's pretty safe to say we are set as far as the medals go. But you know, like I always say on this channel, every track at least gets a participation trophy. So every track is a winner. And like I said, this is my first time doing a live stream, and I wasn't expecting that to just kind of caught me off guard. But I'm going to have to recheck the audio on this now because it might be just destroyed. But hopefully not. I do think overall this is a really good album, and I don't think I have too much else to say about it other than I do want to do more Bowie albums in the future. So I think I'll just leave it at that and say, if you made it this far, thank you for listening. And be sure to like and subscribe. And I hope to see you in the next one.